Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Saturday, August 26, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Los Angeles Angels vs New York Mets. Our team pick is Los Angeles Angels money line. And here is why. The 2023 season has been a New York nightmare from the start. A record peril meant absolutely nothing as injuries mounted, stars faltered, and losses piled up. Still, the show goes on, and they must play out this year knowing that expectations weren't met. For guys like Carlos Carrasco, the rest of this year may determine if they have an MLB future. The veteran right-hander has struggled all season, especially at home where he brings a 7.68 ERA into this contest. In his past 13 starts, the Mets have only left with 3 wins, regardless of the stadium. Through 18.0 August innings, Carrasco is responsible for 24 hits, 4 homers, and 13 runs. New York's bullpen won't offer much reprieve for the Mets faithful, so good luck. At the plate, the Mets have been mediocre. Some positives include the 5th lowest strikeout rate, the 9th best walk rate, the 10th most homers, and MLB's highest stolen base percentage. However, they're only 23rd in hard hit rate and accordingly 24th in batting average. There isn't a single hitter that's played for the club with any amount of plate appearances that has a batting average above .270. Hits drive and runs when homers aren't happening, and the team struggles with that aspect of the game. Adding Chase Silseth to the rotation has led the Angels to wins lately. Carlos Carrasco's presence in the Mets rotation has often equaled losses. Considering that the Angels are better offensively too and will still have Shohei Ohtani's bat in that regard, Los Angeles has the edge on the road. Expect the Angels to take Game 2 between these clubs on Saturday. Our total pick is over. And here is why. On Tuesday, Mike Trout returned from the Illinois and played in center field. On Wednesday, Shohei Ohtani homered and started in Game 1 of a doubleheader. By Thursday morning, Trout was back on the Illinois, and Ohtani's season as a starting pitcher was over thanks to a UCL tear. At least Ohtani, who leads MLB in home runs, can still DH. He has carried a lineup that is 4th in homers, 6th in slugging percentage, and 10th in runs per game. Ohtani has masked injuries to Mike Trout, Taylor Ward, Anthony Rendon, and Gio Urshela. Ohtani has endured despite trade pickup C.J. Cron and Randall Grichuk underwhelming. He was the club's best pitcher, so if they want to win, his bat is more valuable than ever. Oakland Athletics vs Chicago White Sox. Our team pick is Oakland Athletics. And here is why. The Athletics are playing well at the moment, and they've won 3 of their last 4 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with another win over the White Sox, which will give them their 4th win in their last 6 games. Oakland is averaging 3.60 runs per game. Their .223 batting average is 30th in the league. Their .300 on base percentage is 28, while their .367 slugging percentage is 30th. Brent Rooker has been the big bat for the Athletics. He leads the team with a .245 batting average, 22 home runs, and 55 RBI. Oakland's pitching hasn't been good, with the team giving up 5.95 runs per game. Opponents have a .271 batting average against the Athletics, which is 28th in the league. Their 5.76 ERA is 30th, as is their 1.54 WHIP. In his last start, Sears gave up 9 hits and 7 runs in 4 innings, leading to a 12-1 loss to Baltimore. They will need a significantly better effort from him if they want to get the win. The Athletics have won 3 of their last 4 games. They are playing well offensively and scored 19 runs in their last 4 games. Expect them to play well offensively in this game because Toussaint has struggled on the mound in recent starts, giving up 18 runs in his last 4 starts. He gave up 11 runs in his last 2 home starts and will have a hard time slowing down the Athletics in this game. The White Sox have lost 6 of their last 8 games and 6 of their last 7 home games. They have struggled offensively during that stretch and scored 15 runs in their last 4 games. With the exception of his last start, Sears has pitched well in recent games, giving up 10 runs in his previous 4 starts. He gave up 7 runs in his last 5 road starts and will keep Chicago's offense in check. Go with Oakland to cover the money line. Our total pick is over. And here is why. The White Sox followed up their win over the Mariners with a loss to the Athletics in the first game of the series. They will try to bounce back from the loss with a win on Saturday, which will give them their 2nd win in their last 3 games. Chicago is averaging 4.13 runs per game. Their .240 batting average is 22nd in the league. Their .295 on base percentage is 30th, while their .388 slugging percentage is 25th. Andrew Benintendi leads Chicago with a .277 batting average, while Luis Robert Jr. leads the team with 34 home runs and 69 RBI. Chicago's pitching hasn't been good, with the team giving up 5.11 runs per game. Opponents have a .247 batting average against the White Sox, which is 18th in the league. Their 4.82 ERA is 26th, while their 1.40 WHIP is 23rd. In his last start, Toussaint gave up 7 hits and 7 runs in 4 innings, leading to a 14-2 loss to Seattle. They will need a better performance from him if they want to win this game. St. Louis Cardinals vs Philadelphia Phillies. Our team pick is Philadelphia Phillies minus 1.5 runs. And here is why. Philadelphia missed a chance to sweep the Giants as they fell in extra innings Wednesday afternoon, wasting the momentum from a late rally. The Phillies entered Friday second in the NL East with a 69-58 record, leaving them 13.5 games behind the Braves for the top spot. They held the top wild card spot in the National League and stood 3 games clear of the Giants and Reds to remain in the playoff field. On Wednesday, Philadelphia got 2 hits each from Nick Castellanos and Bryce Harper, 3 RBI, though it wasn't enough to put the game in the win column. Kyle Schwarber, his 34th, Trey Turner, his 15th, and Harper, his 12th, each went deep in the loss. Michael Lorenzen didn't factor in the decision as he threw 5.2 innings, allowing 4 runs on 8 hits with 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. Craig Kimbrell, 7-4, took the loss in relief as he allowed 3 runs, 2 earned, on 1 hit with 1 walk, 1 strikeout and a hit batter in his 1 inning of work. The Cardinals have waved the white flag on the season as they never managed to get on track during the course of the year. St. Louis stumbled out of the gate and put themselves in a tough position the rest of the way. Hudson has pitched well of late as he attempts to audition for a spot in the rotation in 2024. He has won his last 4 starts, but 3 of those came against the strikeout-prone Twins, the A's and Mets. The Phillies are a step up offensively from that group and they have a pretty deep lineup, even with guys like Schwarber struggling. Wheeler has been good this season and continues to be a valuable innings eater that keeps his team in the game. The Phillies are battling to hold on to their top wild card spot, and that motivation is enough to carry them to a victory. Our total pick is over. And here is why. Zach Wheeler is on the bump for the Phillies as he logs his 26th start of the season in this contest. He comes in 9-6 on the year with a 3.70 ERA, a 1.106 WHIP, 30 walks and 165 strikeouts, over 151 innings of work to date. Wheeler took the loss in his last start, which came Sunday on the road against the Nationals. He threw 7 innings, allowing 4 runs on 7 hits with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts in a game the Phillies dropped 4-3. In his last 3 starts, Wheeler is 1-1 with a 3.60 ERA, a 1.10 WHIP, 5 walks and 16 strikeouts over 20 innings of work. Wheeler makes his 7th career start against the Cardinals in this contest. He is 3-2 with a 2.65 ERA, a 1.152 WHIP, 12 walks and 32 strikeouts over 37.1 innings of work against them. Wheeler is 23-11 with a 2.69 ERA, a 0.963 WHIP, 75 walks, and 366 strikeouts, over 358.1 innings of action in 56 career starts at Citizens Bank Park.